Attention football fans, so the CAF Women's Champions League is here once again, and here are the details. Welcome guys once again. My name is Hasaacas and I'm just a guy who loves women's football. So if you are new here, make sure you subscribe to this channel where we talk everything about women's football in Ghana, Africa, and the world. If you have been following, I know the Olympics has taken a lot of attention, but the CAF Women's Champions League is just around the corner. The Wafu-B Qualifiers are done, and we have our champions from Senegal who will be making up to the continental stage for the first time. Let's move to Wafu-B, which is the second zone of West Africa, where we have the likes of Ghana, Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso, Togo, Benin, Nigeria, Mali, all fighting for this prestigious trophy. So, I mean, the first games in Group A had gone. The hosts, Inter FC Abidjan, they lost, and of course, fans were agitated. And in talking about fans, we have a lot of drama going on in Group B, where the first-time champions, Hasaacas ladies, were held to a goalless draw in their first game against Omnisports of Burkina Faso. Now, mind you, Omnisports, this is their first ever appearance at this stage of the competition, so everything was new to them, right? Hasaacas, they've been here before. Now, the downside is Hasaacas, they have lost all their key players that were in the 2021 edition. I mean, everyone except the goalkeeper is virtually gone, right? So the goalkeeper, the captain, Grace Banwa, she is the only person who has that experience from the 2021 and is hoping to drive her team to yet another trophy. Also on Hasaacas, they are also missing quite a number of key players due to injury and also national team collapse. So their top striker, Jesus, this girl, Mukarama got injured on national duty, and of course, it's heartbreaking for me, heartbreaking for her small ladies, and heartbreaking for every Ghanaian or every supporter of Hasaacas ladies. And of course, they are also missing out on their head coach, Yusuf Basigi, who will not be on the sidelines also due to national duty. Abiba Issa, a formidable player, both who plays as a defender and sometimes slots in as a DM, will also be missing out. A very prolific forward, Messi Atobra, won't also be there as well. Veronica Ba as well is also out on national duty. So this team is really missing out on a lot of key players or key components. But mind you, this was virtually known for a long time because they knew that the World Cup is here, and they knew that these players would be called, right? They also knew that Coach Yusuf will not be there. Mukarama got injured on national duty, that was in July, so at least for like 2 months or a month now, they knew that she was not going to be available. So of course, if there's anything at all, they should have, they already had plans for it because they brought in some players on loan to help the team to fill out all those missing players out there. So yes, a lot of things have gone on backstage for this Hasaacas ladies. I mean, personally, I went to watch them. We were camped in Winneba, and of course, things were quite okay. They had a friendly against the Black Princess. They lost by 4-0. They went on to beat the Siam Socrates in a friendly by 4-1. So, I mean, it's here and there, but this is a tournament. Everybody is everybody, right? There's nothing like small team or big team. So, if Hasaacas wants to really do something, they really have to up their game. Let's move to their opponent whom they'll be facing in the second game of Group B, which is against, you know it, Edo Queens of Nigeria. Now, if you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button and comment your thoughts on how you think this game is going to end. So, after the first game, I spoke to the coach. The coach wasn't quite happy with the performance of the team, and this is what he said after that goalless draw.
For the question, in fact, this was a game that basically we didn't know the opponents that much, and so we were very careful as to how to approach it. For the first 5 minutes, it was very clear that they were very tactically disciplined team. They had a solid, plan, pack the middle. They were not bringing the high press, they were not keeping the high line. So definitely, even with men football, when a team is playing that, they get you very frustrated. So we were not able to get the ball through the middle because of the pack middle, and we had to, find a way out. We did a lot of changes in our plan, but I would say that the 0-0 for Hasaacas standard, for me, it's not the best because we've once been to this tournament before, we've been champions before, and so the expectations were very high. But looking at how our opponents played, I think that it was a fair result. They had even more chances than us. They were doing a lot of counter-attacks, and that really helped them. So for me, we played a very tactically disciplined side, and very disappointed with the 0-0, but per how the game went, I'm okay.
So there you heard it. It wasn't up to Hasaacas standard, but what can we say? You have to just brush it off and work out and train, recover, and for the next game. So talking about recovery, as you can see on your screens there, this is a footage of their recovery which happened today, Monday, after the game yesterday. So we spoke to the coach again that how he felt the team was going to do in the game against Edo Queens, and of course let's just hear what he said and we'll come back right to it to review the game against Hasaacas and Edo Queens.
So, Coach, recovery after yesterday's game, how did the recovery session go for you and the team?
Yeah, so today it wasn't just the normal recovery sessions that we have. This was more of what we call the tactical recovery because we just have 2 days to prepare for the game against Edo Queens. So we have had opportunity to watch them play yesterday, and today we were looking at how we can approach the game, but it wasn't so intensive because we just played the game yesterday. So we recovered the girls as well as also doing some few tactical work. So generally it was a tactical recovery we had today, and we're very positive for today's training.
All right, so what are we doing in anticipation of Edo Queens who won their first game by 5-0? Any things you've observed, and how are you going to that game?
Yeah, I think the team that possess very well technically, they are very good because I watch almost every player from the goalkeeper to the 11th player, and even those who came from the bench. Technically, they are very good. And when you play in a team that is technically very good, then it means that you need not to give them a lot of space to operate. And at the end of the day, we came here with that kind of game plan in our mind, how to stop them, and I think that's exactly what we did today.
The coach is quite optimistic about what they've done, but Edo Queens made their intentions clear in the match they won against ASGNN, and they gave them back-to-back 5-0 woto. I was like, whoa, is this the team that Hasaacas is going to play against? But football is football, but trust me, Edo Queens really made their intentions clear. Listen, they've been behind these Ghanaian teams for a long time, from Hasaacas to Ampem Dakwa. Ghana has just been giving Nigeria back to back like that and costing them a slot on a continental. So this year, they said no, we are coming by fire. So yes, it's going to be a very great game for me to watch, and it's going to be a great game for everyone. So I indulge you all. They're going to be live on YouTube, on the Wafu-B YouTube channel, and also the Wafu-B Facebook channel. I'll put the links to those pages in the description, so make sure you follow them. I also put a link to Hasaacas Ladies YouTube channel in the description, so make sure you follow them. This video was taken from their YouTube channel, and I really love what the media team is doing over there. So I really hope that at least every other team across Africa can learn from this by trying to boost their social media appearance. And kudos to Hasaacas Ladies media team. I say, Charlie, salute to you all. So coming back to the game, so I want to say that this game is going to be a very cagey game because Hasaacas need to be able to avoid a loss so that they put themselves in a good chance to qualify out of the group stage. Per my own instincts and permutation. If Hasaacas manage with this team that is quite almost inexperienced on this stage, and they are able to qualify out of the group stage, I think that they will be able to go against all odds and probably go on and win it. But they need to first face Edo Queens, whom likely, if they are able to qualify out of the group stage, they might end up meeting them in the final should both teams qualify to the final. So they need to be able to beat them and probably beat them again, but they first have to beat them now. Else, Charlie, there's no hope. And of course, Ghanaians are lamenting that Charlie, this Hasaacas team is not this, it's not that. But trust me, there is no way we were expecting the same team of Doris Bedua, Janet Ejiri, all those squad to be there just as they are now. I mean, they did well in the first, and now they are out of the country. They are also doing well in whatever that they are now. So of course, we can't expect the same crop of players to be there 3 years after. I mean, come on, it's not possible, right? It's not possible. So for me, I'll say to the players that, listen, the same way your predecessors did this, and now we are seeing them in the national teams, we are seeing them playing elsewhere. We've seen the likes of Evelyn Bedu currently playing now in the French league. So it's something that you have to use that to motivate yourself and be able to play well, so that you will be able to get a very good chance to propel your career to the next level. Tactically, one of the ways that Hasaacas might be able to defy the odds against Edo Queens is that they need to work out their defense. Because see, in the first game, if Omnisports were clinical enough, Hasaacas were out of the game. Because Hasaacas were virtually on the back foot. They couldn't even string 3 passes together. And before you know, the ball is in the box of Hasaacas. Before you know, the ball is in the box of Hasaacas. I'm like, what is happening? This is not the Hasaacas that I know. The coach said it. You watch it in the presser. But anyway, it is not for me. I'm sure the coaches have seen what we've all seen, and they are all willing to be able to do something. The players themselves, they know, because I spoke to, them on the ground. I know that they know there is a lot of work they have to be done. Let's listen to what one of them said after we had the conversation.
First of all, the way I can say, mood now after draw, no, that bad, but then you say you bet me at least in 1 point. Yeah, be at 20. You make sure say your next match, you find you are going to say 3 points. They count because my you say like you know me born you show match. You so see yes we cover show more tactics. You say yes. Bet me there. It's me the winning match.
Did I catch a sponsor back home? Expect next game we win.
Okay, the bet me catch say mama we move. Next game they make sure say you be there. You be here. You get 3 points in the mama.
So there you have it. So they know that they have to do something. They know they have to do better. So all I have to say is that Hasmal, just go out there and do it for us. If you are new to this tournament, it is the Wafu-B CAF Women's Champions League qualifiers. And the winner of this zone will now go and fight for a prestigious trophy to be crowned as the Queens of Africa. But for now, you need to first conquer your zone and then you move on to conquer the continent. So these are the standings in Group A and Group B as well. And after that, match day 2 resumes tomorrow in Group A, and match day 2 resumes on Wednesday in Group B. So make sure you stay tuned to watch all those games. I will be bringing you live updates on my Twitter page. So make sure you follow me on X as well. Highlights and certain videos will be posted here on YouTube and TikTok, and of course some will also end up on my X page. So make sure you follow SM Women Football on all channels to get yourself abreast with the latest updates in women's football. So until I see you in the next video, I'm Selassie, and I'm just a guy who loves women's football. Cheers.